optimization of your personal profile, and in a way, it's going to be why should you do it. So before we start, as you can see, my name is Vasco Botello, and just tell us, as my colleague has just put in there, where are you coming from, or where were you watching us from? Anybody around? This is also a good time for you to grab yourself a brew and get a notepad, a pen, to write some of the things that we're going to talk about, and some of these new tricks which they are there on your profile, which you can tweak and make it even better than it is probably at the moment. So anybody that wants to say where they are watching us from? Well, as we go along, do any questions you want, or make any questions you want to make. I'll try and answer them either during the webinar or at the end. Don't worry about the questions. There are no stupid questions. Sometimes there are stupid answers, and those will probably come from me. So you're okay. So, someone from Plymouth. I think due to the dark glasses, it might be Dean. I don't know why, just a thought. So let's start our webinar. And let me tell you something, why is it so important for you to have the right profile? You are on LinkedIn to do business, to make yourself be seen, make your brand be seen, and brand awareness is so important nowadays. And it's important because people do business with people, and they have to see you as part of your brand and your company. So it's important that you have something here that shows that you are the front office, you are the shop window of your business. And people will make decisions on doing business with you by what they see on your profile. Hi, Inesh. Hi, Elena. Thanks for being out tonight. So you have to have the right profile so that when people look at you, they like what they see. In the old days, when you went into a company, it was always either the receptionist that gave the true image of the company, and sometimes even the wrong one, or it was when you phoned in and you spoke to the telephonist, the way she treated you. So now, in this new world we are in, it's your LinkedIn profile that's going to tell people, going to tell your prospects what you are all about. So you need to have it done properly in a professional manner, that people look at you and the credibility is there. So let me start, before I go into anything else, about two things that you must do on your profile. As you can see over here, if your profile is open, someone can come in and rip your connections. You've taken all this trouble to connect with the right people. You've got the specific criteria, and all of a sudden someone doesn't need to do anything, no trouble at all, goes onto your profile, sees your open connections, and just rips them. So one of the things you need to do, and before I go into anything else, is the privacy and settings of your profile. So it's something you go over here to the top, and there you go, settings and privacy. You click there and go onto account preferences, go down, and over here it says people also viewed. So this is an important one. Why? Because On the right side of your, let's say, profile, when you are on a desktop computer or on your laptop or on your mobile, it appears in the bottom of your profile. It's thrown at you people that have similar things with you, which might be your competitors. And you don't want your competitors to be there. And you don't want people to leave your profile and move on to someone else that's got something similar to you. So what you need to do is close this. So if you go on people also viewed, normally you'd have this on, you just turn it to off. That is the first thing. Has everybody been able to do that? Any problems? Okay, so let's move on to the other one. And the other one is to lock up your connections. And if you go over here, so you click on visibility of your profile and network, can see your connections. Most of you probably will have this on your connections. Turn it to only you. And with that, it's closed. Has everybody been able to find that? Any problems? Please do talk in the chat. Right, that is the basic thing that you have to do on your profile. Then let's go on to the other part and to some interesting things on your profile. Now, on your profile, there are a few things that you must always have that it's done well, because they follow you everywhere. When you go, for example, onto your network and someone sends you an invite, you'll see his photo, you'll see his name, and you will see his title over here, what he does. These are these three things that follow you all the time, wherever you go on LinkedIn. So you need to have these things done properly. Have a good photo of you that looks professional, that looks friendly. So all those photos where you are in Ibiza, by the beach, family photos, weddings, a photo of you 40 kilos ago, wearing dark glasses, anything that doesn't look professional, change it. Get yourself a good, friendly, professional looking photo. And for example, if you want to change the background or anything, you can use an app called Face App, where it makes you look, much better. Try it. Changes your background. Does some interesting things that makes your photo more appealing. That's one of the things. The other thing you should take into account is your name. If you've got an hyphenated name, if you've got sparkles next to your name, remember, this is going to put your name in any search to the bottom of the list. So if you can, just have two names, okay? In my case, Vasco Batella, and I guarantee you I've got more names than those two. The other thing is your background image. Choose a background image. I've got this one that states what you do. So try to get it branded. And if by any reason you can't get it branded, put something there that tells people, or it's linked to what you do and tells people what you do. And if you're looking for a good photo for that, you could use, for example, Unsplash. Just Google Unsplash. It's royalty-free photos. Use one of those that has got something that shows people what is your profession, what can you do for them. Any questions so far? Oh, all good, thank you. Hi, Paula. Ciao. Catherine, hello. Welcome. Any questions, just ask. The other thing over here is this part over here, plus this one in the About section. They are SEO'd. So it is important to have over here two things. One is, what can you do for me as a prospect? When I see your profile, you are telling me, what can I do for you. So in my case, it states what I do, and then it talks about the things I do: LinkedIn, marketing, strategy. I'm a mentor, keynote speaker, and as a company, we are trying to help 1 million businesses grow. And in fact, we are on our way on that one. But that's another story. Separate them like I'm doing over here, for example. Make it look appealing, make it look professional. And having the keywords here will help you in the searches. And I'll show you in a little bit when we go to your dashboard how this is important. So make it short, make it concise, okay? Some people like to put loads of titles over here. Remember, as I showed before, when you, for example, send a connection request, this appears, okay? So change that. Let's go back here. On the About section, now this is an interesting one because sometimes we tend to put here, I am a professional driven, globally globetrotter, I'm this, I'm that. You are not looking for a job. You want to tell people what your company, what you can do for me as a prospect. When I look at your profile, I want you to tell that. You can talk about me. For example, in my case, what I did is I talk about Maverick on this over here. And remember, this is SEO'd. And then I talk about me further down. I didn't take that away. It's here. But what people see is this first part. So make it concise. Put it there. Tell people what can you do for them. Any questions so far? Then there's something that some of you might not be using, and it's the featured section over here, where you can put a link to a website, to articles you have written, to posts you have done. So when you want to add something, you've got all these options: posts, articles, links, and even media. Add them here. And this will drive some people, some prospects to these pages. And if they are on your website, to your website, you'll drive traffic there. Remember, on LinkedIn, things work slightly different. Nothing is driven from the company page downwards. Everything is driven, because people do business with people, by you. So it's going to be your posts, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. It's about your posts. People see your post as a great post. Well, that was Vasco. They'll go and see my profile. From my profile, they say, oh, he works at Maverick. Oh, he's Maverick. They'll go to the company page. And then because there's a little button on top that says visit website, some people will click on it and go to the website. So everything comes from post, profile, company page, website. So you have to have the right choices on your profile, okay? Any questions? Yeah. Paola, it's Unsplash. I'll show you, yeah. There we go. Unsplash. And just type in what's the theme, and off you go. Okay? I'll come, in the end, I will come to the dashboard, because I think, all of you being business people, being entrepreneurs, you want to know more about this. And also because over here, you are going to learn how to go through and find probably some of your prospects. This is your activity. Try and get next to where you worked before the link to their company page. If the company you've worked before, or the university you went, or the college you went, hasn't got a company page, you won't be able to get the logo. But if you do, and you write it the proper way, you will get the logo of the company. So this is important. Also, For example, in this company, the company has now hasn't got a company page, so this happens. But universities, your volunteer service or experience, the languages you speak, and so on, put them all here. In a way, this is also a CV about you, because when I look to do business with you, I want to see that I'm talking to a professional, to someone that is, I can rely on, and that I can talk to and sort my problem. Any questions so far? Let me go onto your dashboard, okay? And this is critical. If you want to do business, this is important, okay? Let me go first to the middle one. This one, when you click, and remember, everything that has got is blue on LinkedIn means that there's a link to it that's going to send you somewhere. So, for example, this post, if you click on it, it'll throw you to the post. Here's the post. It's one I did today. And when I click on the views over here, it tells me who's been looking at my post. It tells me which companies. Also, it tells me who are the professionals that are looking at my post. And if I had car mechanics here, if I had tree surgeons, it just meant for my particular business, I had the wrong connections. I was talking to the wrong crowd. I wasn't doing things in a proper way. And then on the right-hand side, it just tells you as well where people come from that are looking at this post. And if I had the countries which I wasn't doing business with or interested in doing business, I would check also on the connections I have. And that's something I will also come in a little bit to talk about. So this post tells me that I have the right people, the right people with the correct, let's say, job titles, coming from the right places to look at what I'm producing in terms of content. Let's go back. And any questions so far? No? Let's go on to the right. It says here, search appearances. These are people that are looking at you. And it tells you the companies they come from. Now, this changes like every 30 minutes to every other day. It all depends on your engaged audience and how big that engaged audience is. So over here, it tells me these companies have been looking at me. Maverick for obvious reasons, but iDirect, Sandler Training, Azure, Spectrum. And also it tells me the people that are looking at me, what do they do? What are the job titles? So I can see the company founders, salesperson. Salesperson doesn't mean it's a salesman. It means it's someone linked to sales. It could even be a marketing person. Executive director, business strategist, and marketing specialists. These are the sort of people I want them to look at my profile. And I'm being searched for these job titles: Chief Marketing Officer, Speaker, Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer, Manager. Remember, this is why it's so important. Underneath your name, remember what I mentioned a while back, you should have the right wording there, because this will help people search for you and find you. Any questions? Yes, Catherine. This is what I'm going to do here today. It's all linked to the free version, so anyone has access to this information. This is all for the free version. So, Catherine, if you've got the free version, you can do all of this. Okay, and in fact, I'm going to tell you a few tricks over here for people that have the free version. Thank you for that question. So, you see, this becomes important when people are searching for you, for example. Then on the left-hand side, remember what I said? When you post, people say, who's this guy, Vasco? Let me check his profile. And they will appear here. And because I've got Sales Navigator, and if you've got premium, you can also do that, but always go for Sales Navigator, I can see what are the trends, and I can see all the people that are stalking me. Okay, if you go on the free version, you probably might be able to see 3, 4. Sometimes you'll be able to, we won't be able to see anybody, but normally on this page, if you've just got the free version, you'll be able to see in between 4 to 6 people. In my case, I can see everyone, all those that are looking at me. It tells me, for example, ooh, the interesting views, people that have got something in common with me, either in terms of studies, in terms of work, in terms of companies we follow, and it throws this at me and shows me who they are. Okay? And then 6 work at Maverick, so lots of people at Maverick have been looking at me. Dean, my colleague Dave, Curtis, so quite a few. I hope they liked what they saw. 4 work at YouTube, and these are the people that work on YouTube. A friend of mine, I know Ruben. In fact, I know him since he was born. Yeah, we got Orinkro, Hartim from YouTube looking at my profile. Then 4, for example, from Upwork. 120 have the job title of company founder, and there are some of them. Jason Green, good friend, and so Juliana, so Miguel, Leanne. These are people that have got something in common, and that I know them as well. And then 230 found me via my own page, and these are the ones. Yeah, they are. Some of them, in fact, I was talking to them earlier during the day. Any questions so far? Paola, I'm a coach, and most people who look at me are people who are looking at assisting coaches with marketing. However, they keep cold messaging me, and I find it annoying as I don't do not need these services. You know something, Paola, I'm going to let you into a secret. Every single day, and even my colleagues have the same thing, I get people trying to show me how to do my LinkedIn. And you know what? It's great. I don't mind, because I can see their work and what they do, and then I use the messages they send to send them back another message, trying to help them. And we enter into discussion. I'm very friendly on that, and they'll just go away after a while. And anyway, you don't have to answer them if you don't want to. They're just there. Let it ride. Why worry? But normally I use these as a conversation starter in a way to get the message across about what we do. Oh, Paola, you missed out to find. Right, let's go back. So remember this word, dashboard. Okay, dashboard. So let's use quicker this way. So you got your profile right at the bottom, little blue rectangle over here, light blue, says your dashboard. It's over here. Okay, it's on the left hand side. Where's this 1007 and 1007? Over here, you can find your prospects, because these people are looking at you for some reason. And let me tell you something. If you post every day, 5 days a week, and you get a good message across and people interact and engage with your posts, you will get more and more people watching you. So you can either go and look at your profile views, or look at the bottom of your posts where it's in bold, the number of views. Click there and you'll see the companies, or on your search appearances. The important thing about having all of this is that you get this over here. It says All-Star. Most of you, if you haven't got all this in, you'll have let's say a phrase there in the middle here saying intermediate. Your profile is intermediate, and you want it to become All-Star. Remember, if you're not All-Star, you probably will have a less reach of about 30%. In fact, LinkedIn tells you that. So, and it also tells you what you need to do to become an all-star. So go and do everything that says there so that you become an all-star. This way, the algorithm takes you seriously and says, here's a person that really works well his profile. Let me promote it as well, or I'll promote it. Catherine, it doesn't show me who has viewed my profile. It was locked up. Yep, there you go. You can try, Sales Navigator for free during 30 days, and you can see, if it works for you. We got other courses about Sales Navigator. We got some videos talking about this. Go and check our YouTube channel, and you'll see some free stuff over there that are these videos. And if you got any problems, just call us. More than happy to help. So Catherine, because you're on the free version and because you haven't got any of these upgrades, you'll probably either only see 4 or you'll see nothing. Sometimes they don't let you to see anything, so they are trying to promote you or trying to promote to you for you to buy into Sales Navigator or Premium. If you have to make a choice, go for Sales Navigator. It's about £10 more expensive, but it's a good investment. The advantages you get in terms of searches and saving those searches and getting the right type of people that you want to connect with, it's invaluable. So do it. Paola says, in my dashboard, it doesn't show the intermediate or all-star symbol. Is it? No. You should have it there. If not, can I search you, Paola? Is this you, Paola? Yes, it is. Good. I can see you've been in one of our previous. I remember you, by the way, Paola, from one of our previous webinars. Right, there you go. Is it okay? I'll look at your profile, Paola. You good with that? There you go. Activity, right? You could, in terms of credibility, it's important that you have a company page, if you can. So create one. It's easy. You go over here on the right-hand side. On these little box with little boxes in there. And at the bottom right-hand corner over here, you can see create a company page. Just click there and follow. It's very intuitive, easy to do. You can put in your logo and then link this to the company page, and you'll get your logo over here. So one thing, Paola, grow your connections, okay? You got 326. You should, I'm sure, get more, and you can, okay? And if you get Sales Navigator, that'll become more and more easier for you. So you got a good background image there, nice photo. All this is good. Good. So carry on, Paola, and thanks for coming to all of OxLEP's webinars. Any questions so far? No questions? Good. It just means I'm getting across. Right. So remember, your dashboard, it's the ideal place for you to find some of your prospects. It tells you all this info. The other thing is, some people shy away from putting some of the work they do, the languages they speak. Do that. It does help. If I'm looking for someone, that could help me grow my business into some country, and that person says that speaks the same language as I do, or of the country I want to go, hey, that's great. There's something in common there. So put down those things. Don't shy away from them. In terms of your photo, remember, use Face app. Great app. You'll be, when my wife saw this photo, she said she'll marry me again. So you can see me now and you can see my photo. We always try to make ourselves look much better than we are. It's like in any relationship. By the way, talking about this, remember, everything on LinkedIn is about relationships. It's about people doing business with people. And in relationships, you have to nurture. Nurturing is very, very important. And one way of nurturing indirectly, it's through your profile. So have a good profile, one that shows what your company does. Okay? Because any questions? No? The other interesting thing also is when you have your logo, let's say prospects will click and go to your company page. Now, I'm not going to talk about company pages. There's loads of things about company pages. It's a great place for you to do business as well in terms of your webinars, your events. You can promote them. You can invite people to follow. You can have more corporate information there as well. So if you haven't got one, create one. If you've got a problem how to do that, get in touch with us. And as you can see, drop us an email at maverick.co.uk, and we are more than happy to help you on that. Everyone's very quiet. I just got Paul asking questions, and Catherine. Anybody else? Anybody needs any help? So has everyone already closed their connections and who's also viewed? I hope so. If you're having problems, just say something, yeah? I wasn't going to include this, but let me talk about two other things. And it's going to be about posting. Let me give you a few tips on that, okay? When you post, there are a few things you should do. I did this funny one today. First of all, space it. Well, because people cross-read. The shorter it is, the better, because people are drawn then to read the next phrase and the next paragraph and the next and the next, and they'll read everything. If you you bunch it all together, it becomes too busy, people just look at it and go, I'm not going to read all of this. If you do it this way, even if it's a long message, people tend to slowly move from paragraph to paragraph. Also, use the right hashtags. Now, there's lots of things going on about hashtags. The hashtags should be relevant to your prospects. So we usually use this example is, for example, if you do apps and use hashtag apps, you're going to get more hashtag producers, hashtag people, and you following that, and you'll sort of be competing with them. You want is to promote what you are doing to the people that buy the hashtags from you, which are marketing people. So you'd use marketing as an hashtag marketing. A good one is hashtag strategy, hashtag management, entrepreneurship. These are some good ones. And we've got a list of these. If you want to receive this list, drop us an email, ping us an email to i@maverick.co.uk, and we'll be more than happy to send you that list that you can use. Any questions about posting? And remember, when you post, create something that's got stopping power that people want to watch. They should stay on your post for at least 3 seconds. To make them interact or want to interact. Stop, read, do a like, or even do a comment. So in this post, there's 85 likes, 36 comments. So do something that has stopping power that people will enjoy watching, and do a mix, not always the same thing. Also, just don't post just corporate stuff. post engagements pieces like this one, for example, where people want to sort of stop and watch. I do something that we call the sandwich, um, and the contents sandwich content sandwich, which is, let me just close this. I put business stuff with engagement posts, and people tend to engage with these because they've come from an engagement post. They liked what they saw. When they see me again, oh, let me see what Vasco's got this time. Oh, it's about Maverick. Let me read about Maverick. And you can, as you can see, it's written in such a way, again, that people will read, will move from paragraph to paragraph. Any questions? Remember, this is brought to you by OxLEP. If you want any more help with your business, talk to OxLEP. They are more than happy to help you. And if you need more information about what we about LinkedIn training, in terms of some of the tips we gave you, and you forgot, just drop us an email, ping us an email to, as you can see, i@maverick.co.uk. If there is nothing else, I'll just say goodbye. Thank you very much for being up. We will be back again next week, I believe, and hope to see you again. From me and us at Maverick, have a great evening. Bye.